What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the patch notes for November 22nd. We've got several really nice events that are going on. We've got the skill add-on revamp that is now live and feels absolutely great. So let's jump in and first take a look at these events that are currently going on. First up, we have Collect Rock of Abundance with adventurers from around the world. This is pretty interesting. What you're going to see is while fishing, gathering, or grinding, you're going to get these Rock of Abundance items that exist, and then based on how many are collected apparently across the board, hitting different milestones each day will give us different rewards that are sent to everyone. So yeah, you see how many are, see what's listed there. Can't wait to get those firecrackers for sure on it. So kind of a cool thing. We haven't really seen an event that operates like this before. We have Ulukita, the Exalted Land Prelude, and you'll see this in the patch notes portion, but they've introduced the pre-quests to the Ulukita zone. There is a note we'll cover in a little bit talking about the third region of Ulukita, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So anyways, completing this will get you like an enhancement bundle or whatever, just doing the quest line if you want to. You have to complete Valencia quest line up to a certain point to be able to access it, so there's that. Just to be clear, this is not the new grind zones with the shoes and everything. Those are not live yet. This is just a quest line to get into Ulukita, so you'll ready when they do eventually someday probably go live. So keep that in mind. We've got Path of Life Enthusiasts continuing this week. It's going to be with training. We've got Mount 50% XP on it, as well as the Flower of Oblivion rewards. Imperial Delivery rewards are doubled once again, so if you've been holding off on turning those in for some T10 clicks, now's the time. You can cash them out. With Black Friday, get a bundle with silver for 10 million silver, basically nothing these days. You get 30 cronstones and then an RNG chance at different items, some memory fragments, advice of elks, and that sort of thing out of those bundles. We have Gobble Gobble Foul Play for Thanksgiving. This one is actually pretty cool. So when you are out grinding, you have a chance to have a turkey spawn, and if the turkey spawns when you kill him, he's going to give you a buff that gives you XP, combat and skill XP, as well as a 20% item drop rate for 30 minutes once he's killed. You'll also get some feathers from him. That feathers can, of course, be exchanged out for horse training materials for it. Couldn't remember if it was an RNG thing or whatnot, but yeah, you can swap these out for T9 horse mats, rather. I don't know if you call that horse training, but you get the idea. We've got our login rewards have been reset, and then also the game is currently 90% off, so you got a homie that's trying to get into it, and he's a broke boy. Well, it only costs $1 right now, so maybe you can spot him. Moving on into content updates, and we first have the class changes, which there's just a couple of tweaks for a few classes with a few cooldown adjustments we'll see, but the big one is about the add-on changes with it. If you didn't catch the video that I covered this on when this was announced on Global Labs, I'm going to link that below so you can check out if you want to see kind of in-depth how these skill add-ons go. I've got a spreadsheet that goes along with it in that video, so it explains it pretty well. And with that said, I don't think we need to read through it. If you're not familiar, just check out that video. It's pretty simple, but essentially all classes are going to get access to what we previously considered tier 3 add-ons. So any add-on used, let's say Monster AP, will always be Monster AP plus 30 on any tier. The difference of the tiers is now going to be the duration of it. So a tier 1 Monster AP add-on is 30 AP plus 30 AP for 7 seconds. A tier 2 is 30 AP for 12 seconds, and a tier 3 is 30 AP for 20 seconds. And then how the tiers are broken up, rather than it just being arbitrary, we decided this skill works like this: tier 1, 2, 3. They actually set it so that if the skill is 5 seconds or lower cooldown, it's a tier 1. If it's 6 to 12 seconds, it's a tier 2. And if it's 13 seconds or longer, it's considered a tier 3. Again, you'll have access to the top number of buffs. It'll just be the duration that gets used. So pretty big buff to all classes. Classes that didn't have any or some tier 3s in the past are getting a much larger buff for this. And then, of course, the big thing is classes that depend on Death Blow. I don't believe that all classes that used to depend on Death Blow will now require that, because you've got new access to a critical hit rate 30 that can be up 100% at the time. The duration for them does change based on the type of buffs. Again, I've got a video that kind of breaks that all down for you if you want to check that out. The other class changes that do happen, just a couple of tweaks here. We see Smokescreen on Kuno and Ninja getting a 2-second reduction on the cooldown, so it goes from 14 to 12. Then Ninja also on Prime Black Moonlight going from 13 to 12 seconds. And then a fixed PvP damage reduction to display correctly to apparently what it was prior. Wizard and Witch both get their Earthquake Evade and Earthquake Destruction cooldowns reduced from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. Then we get into updates for the Black Shrine. They note that Mugi is one of the toughest bosses to defeat due to its high difficulty. To address this, we've eliminated certain mechanics in the Calamity 1 and 2, allowing players to focus solely on battling him. For the remaining Calamity levels, we've adjusted the damage and reduced the overall burden of game mechanics, making it easier for players to concentrate on their fight with Mugi. Additionally, we've unified the hit count of Duoxini, known for its high damage, making it more manageable than before. You can also see a couple of issue fixes on and change in patterns, some reduction in AP on certain levels for other bosses that they've listed out there. Actually, pretty much across the board on some of the lower ones. They did increase the boss bliss rewards as well, so the crystals that you obtain from it have been increased from Calamity 4 up to 7. It doesn't look like the prior ones 4, and this is going to be your primordial crystals that you're in Bongwater, Hates, and whatnot on there, and then the probability of obtaining the crystals of harmony were all increased, obviously more on the higher end, and also the number of coins was increased as well as they've added more options to exchange for the coins, so that you're getting more coins, and now you can swap them out hopefully more easily to get your Girins or your ultimate Maclods or ultimate homes or whatever have you now. So might be worth going back to doing it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't done Black Shrine in a couple of months now because it's kind of cumbersome to jump through 3 loading screens on Magnus so that I can teleport back to my desktop and then load back into the game and then do it again and then go to Land of the Morning Light and then fight the bosses. But I know several people still stick with it, so to each their own. Increased life skill byproducts. The Gathering Fairy's Breath was increased by 4.6 times, Stained Silk from trading by 6 times, Hunting Wildspark by 4.5, and Gathering Blushleaf increased by 3 times. So I guess a little bit of a boost to some money coming in there. We've got a new monster that's added out into the sea. This is the Hollow Moretta, the Siren of the Ocean, and is reported from the vast Margoria Sea where they show up. Unlike pirate fleets, Moretta is rarely encountered by sailors traversing the Margoria Sea. Being a mythical creature akin to the mermaids of lore, encountering her at sea is quite a feat in itself, but upon trespassing her waters, adventurers will hear the seductive melodies of her song fill up a large area, as the background music will change immediately. Those who dare brave their chances against Hollow Moretta will have to navigate past her summoned typhoons and Hikaru minions and their explosive attacks. Much caution is advised. So, yeah, that's a thing. If you want to jump into that. We've got Manos Sailing Log that is now added in, which you can craft along with the Siren Song auras, so giving it a purpose to go after that thing if sailing the seas is your thing. We've got the boarding and disembark upgrade so that you just kind of teleport to the wharf dude instead of like all the wonky jump out, swim over, that kind of thing kind of removed. Here we see the Prelude to Ulukita dev note on it, as we mentioned in the event section. So they note that the 3rd region of Ulukita will be revealed soon, not released. We're also planning to joint release the main quest line along with the 3rd region. But before all that, today's update brings us to a prequel quest leading to Ulukita itself. This questline covers the tale of Prince Buried III, an unfortunate figure in the current landscape of Median politics. Please look forward to it. So, based on what it says, the 3rd region will be revealed soon, okay? And then they're going to joint release the main quest line along with the 3rd region. So it seems like potentially NAEU may be getting the parts we don't have that KR's had for a few months now, as well as the next part, but I could be reading too much into that. It's not 100% super clear there. We have the new Garmoth's Heart quest, which this introduces pity pieces, essentially. Killing Garmoth, you're going to have a chance to drop the Bloodstone from it, and then 10 of those can be exchanged for a Garmoth's Heart. That's only once per family, so you're not going to be able to repeat that, but hopefully that'll help a lot of people that haven't been able to get one. What's also going to help some people that haven't been able to get one yet is they've increased the max price of Garmoth's Heart from 9.1 billion up to 20 billion silver, which is pretty significant. I know I saw some screenshots of KR market where there were Garmoths actually sitting at like 17 and 18 billion just on the market, which is cool, but just keep in mind, different servers have different markets, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that way on NAEU. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We won't really know until we see how it plays out. They did increase the number of intact maneuvers reverse skills that drop when you kill them if you're doing the other Garmoth quest line. So now you can get 5 to 7 as opposed to 2 to 3 previously, so that should actually help out quite a bit. They simplified the Blacksteer gear crafting quest, so if you've completed it before, you can essentially just go to the part with Doran Morgrim and load up the next Blackstar, which is really, really nice, having completed in the past and not having to go through the entire quest line, so super QOL. Upgrade there if you constantly update those. Couple of tweaks to Node and Conquest Wars as usual, so we'll go over that real fast. When building a fort for Node and Conquest Wars, it's crucial to consider not only the Node War area, but also surrounding terrain and distance to the nearest town. However, we've noticed that battles can become unfairly biased due to enemies resurrecting in safe zones near allied forts. This issue stems from the fact that, unlike towns, resurrection points within safe zones are not consistent. This variability has posed a significant challenge for adventurers responsible for fort construction, as it's difficult to predict for each Node War. To address this and ease the burden of constantly determining safe zone resurrection points, we've decided to disable the safe zone resurrection feature. Additionally, during these wars, players often die outside the designated combat area, which previously forced them to resurrect in a safe zone or town far from the battle. This not only caused delays in rejoining the fight, but also disrupted the overall battle dynamics, especially from the leader's perspective. To resolve this, we've now enabled players to resurrect at their fort, even if they die outside the designated area, allowing for quicker re-engagement in the battle. We've also noted that restrictions are not consistently applied outside the node area and nodes with stat limits, and we recognize this issue and are exploring further improvements. We then have some UI updates. One just to note is you'll see like when you listed an item or pre-ordered an item on the central marketplace or listed yours or whatever, it'll actually put the date on it. So you'll notice that when you open the marketplace, which is actually pretty cool. Now we have some issue fixes, tweaks, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Pearl Shop this week. We don't quite have the same Black Friday deals that we had before with the buy one, get ones, but we have sort of buy one, get 50% more sort of deal. So 4,000 A coin bundle at the moment is actually going to get you 6,000 A coins if you want to do that. We see that again on the 8,000 A coin bundle. It'll get you gets you the normal 8,000 pearls and then an additional 4,000, so 12,000 pearls for it. Still a pretty decent value, especially if you whaled it up and already bought all of the buy one get ones. You can still pick up a whole bunch of extra pearls. Going on now. Kind of smart of them business-wise to then launch the 50% off. You're going to have people that jump into that. I wouldn't recommend falling into this trap that is these Black Friday bundles. It's just some RNG bundles to try and, I don't want to say trick you, but trick you to drop those pearls you just bought at a super discounted rate into RNGs and RNG bundles and try and get cool stuff, but you're going to end up with like a boatload of artisan memories and maybe you get a 10 costume lucky roll, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of these unless they're giving them out for silver. So buyer beware. If you like gambling, I guess go for it and have fun, but I wouldn't recommend it. Maids and Butlers pack available for 6,000 pearls, and you're going to get 10 of your choice of Maids and Butlers out of that, which is pretty sweet. Fantastic Young Dragon Surprise, 1540 pearls to pick that up. No changes to what it's always been. Choose your premium outfit you can get for 2210. This is 2 purchases per family. Which excludes Shy, and then Shy can get a classic outfit additionally. So 2210 for that one, then 1885 for the Shy. 2 purchases per family, so you can get that twice if you choose to. Discounted rate on that, 35%. Mount item discount, 1755. You're going to see a lot of the mount items are discounted since we have the life skilling training going on, or event going on rather. So this has the riding attire and hat, and then you'll get 5 Mount XP scrolls, 5 Courser's Aura, and 5 celerity drafts to go with it. Then we have the Mount Rearing packet, 2105 pearls. It's got 10 Mount skill change coupons, 500 Cron stones, and 3 rare Courser training boxes. Mount skill change coupon by itself, 375 pearls will get you 3 of those at a discount rate, which is 1 per family on that. 2170 will get you the Mount skill selection coupon. Then we have the Mount Brand Spellstone available, 40% off, so it's 300 pearls. The Horse Breeding Reset for males, 330 pearls. The female, 640 pearls, getting you 2 of those respectively. Reset Mount Growth is 960 pearls. Then we have the Permanent Celestial Calling Horn on sale, 40% off, so it's 1350 pearls to pick that up. If you just need the Celestial's Horse's Spirit portion, 525 pearls to get that guy. We got a 25% off on ship category, 40% off on the horse category, and no individual costume noted being added this week at a discounted rate. So there you have it for this week's Pearl Shop and patch notes. Let me know what you think about what's going on in the comments down below. Something that did come up is I know people were pretty interested in the nerfs that were on global labs to some of the classes that got PvE buffs. Notably, that was Awakening Wizard, Succession Lawn, and Awakening DK. Those did not go live in the KR patch this week. However, the other buffs that were applied on Global Lab did go live. So there's some potential either those nerfs end up not happening, or maybe they're just delayed and they got a little smarter about it and decided to analyze some more data before they just go ahead and start handing out nerfs out of the way and putting a bad taste in people's mouth out of the gate, especially since servers other than KR didn't even have the add-on updates until today. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, see what happens. That's going to be it for this one. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. Jump on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.